4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what?
What is going on, everybody? This is Sam with the Washington Wrestling Network. I am at the Matt Classic 37 here, and up in the bird's nest. And I got a really cool view up here. And basically what I'm trying to do so far is just test our stuff. So when we get some people up here and we talk to them, that we know everything's working correctly. Hopefully it's loading okay here for you guys. I know it might be a little bit choppy. That's kind of why I'm doing this here to start, was to just see if everything's working okay. I'm going to make this just a short, quick update podcast, and then go back and listen and see if everything was working okay. The internet connection isn't super great here, so let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me okay. But I just wanted to cover some team scores here. We're only through round one on the 4A girls and 4A boys, and the 3A boys and girls I think are through a round and a half, maybe 2 rounds. So 4A team scores: like Stevens number 1 with 38 points, Moses Lake in second, Sunnyside in 4th, Curtis in 5th, Kamayakin in 6th, tie for 7th with Richland and South Kitsap. Eisenhower and Bonnie Lake round out the top 10. So still left to be had here, and you know how this goes. I mean, the more wrestlers that you can get advancing, the more points you're going to score for your team later on. Moving up here to Hermiston, really no surprise there. We got them in first place with 53.5 points. University in second. Edmonds, Woodway, White River, Lincoln, Kennewick, Kent Meridian, Capital, Mount Spokane, and Everett. Matt Squad is in the top 10 right now. That's awesome. I know that we had Cameron Grant and Alex Bowie Cooley on the podcast last night, and so it looks like they're doing a good job already. That's awesome to see. Let's make our way up to, or let's see if we can get 4A. 4A boys, where are they at? Where are the 4A boys at? I'm sorry, guys. I want to struggle here a little bit. Here we go. 4A boys, Tahoma in first, Gonzaga Prep in second. That's accurate in terms of our team rankings. Sumner in third. That's kind of a surprise. Meade in fourth. Lake Stevens in fifth. South Kitsap, that's kind of a surprise already in the top 10 at number 6. Kamayakin in 7th. Eisenhower is a surprise. They haven't been in our top 10 all season, so they're in 8th right now. And then Moses in 9th. Camus in 10th. Camus is, I think, ranked number 4 in the state right now. So a lot of wrestling still left to be had. These are just kind of like those early preliminary matches that are scoring you points for your teams. But obviously when you get more advanced through the tournament, then you score more points to get those advancement points. So got a comment here. I don't know how Edmonds Woodway is ranked 10. Let's go back and see. Are you saying ranked 10 or in 10th? Let's take a look here. Edmonds. Okay, I see what you're saying there. Yeah, Edmonds Woodway in 3rd already. Remember last I think Hermiston's really going to take away the title there, but top 3 finish at state is would be amazing for Coach Alfie and the Edmonds Woodway Warriors. So Enjoying watching the wrestling from up here. It's like so far away, and it's really bright too. So it's like it's a lot to take in. I'm kind of overstimulated, but I got Spencer Cabalak's going to be here soon, shooting some highlight videos for us, and he's bringing me some binoculars, and I think I'll be able to get my eyes on all the mats. I got the 4A girls like right in front of me here. It looks like they're up to 190 to 235 pounds here, so they're rounding out their first round. Let me know if you guys know of any like big upsets or anything that have happened so far. I think the one big one that I heard of was Emmett Decker falling to Oliva from Kennedy Catholic at 106 pounds in 4A. So that was a big upset. Best of luck to Decker coming through the back door there. Hopefully he can come back and get third, but that was kind of one of the surprises. Maybe we can pop into some of these brackets and see what's going on. I know it's really early. Maybe I'll start in 3A here, and because they were through a few rounds here. 3A 106, Farzad Karimi ranked number 1, off to a good start. That's a different Penfilo Ortiz. I was like, that's seating is off there. Maddox Taft off to a good start. Everything's kind of playing out the way it's supposed to. 3C Gio, Penfilo Ortiz got a pin. Looks like they're already in the round of 16. Yeah, these are the bigger brackets, but so they're rolling through and they're already in the round of 16. I'm not seeing anything crazy on here. I got a comment here. Who are some of your dark horses in 4A? Let's go over to that. I had one that I mentioned on the podcast last night. That was, I think, 4A 157. I have, where's Keldy Granados? Hope I'm saying his last name right. Keldy is probably about to wrestle right now against Ryan Lee, who had a big pin Bryson True earlier this year, or a big win against Bryson True earlier this year. But Keldy has had some really good wins this season, so that's probably my dark horse. I know it's going to take a lot to get there. He's got to get through Andrew Gray on his side of the bracket, who is a multiple-time state placer. I think Andrew Gray's ranked number 2. Dianigi, obviously super tough, had a close match, overtime match with Trey Haynes in the finals last year. But I like Keldy, man. He's young. He's only a sophomore, and I think this quarterfinals match, if he gets there against Marcus Gonzalez, is going to be a tough one to get through, but totally winnable match. Makes his way to the semis maybe, and then Andrew Gray, Pac Coast champ or Pac Coast runner-up when we were there, super tough. Andrew Gray's only a junior too, which is crazy. I thought he was older than that, but couple-time state podium placer, and it's not going to be easy for Keldy, but I just like, I don't know, I like the Kamaikan Braves. They have a not a super top heavy squad, but they got a deep squad, and you got to think that practice room is really competitive, and so that's kind of my dark in 4A. Maybe I'll look at another bracket here. Let's shoot over to 144 is really the heavy hitter bracket, I think, here, right? Yeah. Oh, this was my other dark horse, is Grant Rose. Grant Rose, man. I got to talk to his dad at Dual State. Super nice guy. Grant's a good kid, man, and has just been through the ringer when it comes to competition, and I think he was in this weight class last year as well, which was one of the heaviest weight classes, and it is again this year. Dayton Fitzgibbon, Alec Frazier. Alec Frazier had a big win at Dual State against Austin Shield. This matchup's going to be a fun one. Austin Shield's brother, Jordan Shield, and Alec Frazier meeting in this round coming up. That one should be going on probably in the next half hour or so. But yeah, I got Grant Rose is probably my other dark horse. I really like his wrestling style, and he's tough, man. He can beat it. He can go with the best of them. This weight class, I really have no idea what's going to happen. Trandon Lundquist is in this weight class as well. T-Rec, as they call him. He's going to have to get through either Shield or Frazier to make his way to the semis, which is tough, man. Like, these early round matchups at 144 are insane. And obviously, Alex Othon, we all know him, having a phenomenal season. Really, I think maybe only one loss on the season for Othon in terms of wrestling inside of the state against Lathan Lawson at the duel against Ording earlier this year. So, yeah, those are my dark horses. Let's go with Keldy Granados and Grant Rose. What we got here, Lundquist had a close one in the first round This Lundqvist or Kasich. Let's see if we can pull up the. It looks like Trandon got the fall there, and he was already up 6-1. So let's check out the other Lundqvist and see what happened there. Kasich's having an interesting season. 2-time state champ, going for his third, seeded 4th, which is crazy. 2-time state champ, seeded 4th in the tournament. Oh my gosh, you're right. 18-16 against Paul Tarantino. Those Tacoma Bears, man, they can go with anybody. Obviously, Paul Tarantino is a great wrestler. That's a crazy first round matchup in terms of the seeding. Paul Tarantino didn't wrestle a lot this year, so maybe that's why he ended up seated where he was and has to face a 2-time state champ in the first round. But 18-16, that's a lot of scoring too. Good call there, Lumo. Appreciate that. This is a lot to keep up with. I don't know if you guys know, like, how many mats are there out here? I see a number 22. I think there's like 24 mats, right? So, I mean, action's just going on all over the place. When is top finish up? They two-way boys don't wrestle until was it tomorrow? Yeah, I think they have some crossover tomorrow. Wait, what's? Oh, I'm lost. It's Thursday. Their tournament's Friday, Saturday. So they'll do some early matches tomorrow, and then their finals will be on Saturday evening. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to seeing Little Justice and Dom rematch on Saturday evening, if it all plays out the way it's supposed to. And the DeRoches twins, it's kind of weird not seeing them here in the 4A tournament this year. They're down in 2A at Ridgefield, so excited to watch them. They're hammers as well. Lumo, what else you got? Could you check out 3A 132? I know that you're a 4A guy, but I think there's a lot of talent there. Let's check it out. 4A 132. Or I'm sorry, you said 3A 132, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go over to that. Yeah, this is Matt's territory. Yeah, Willie Ross. Obviously, we know Willie very well. Looks like he got a pretty early fall there in the first round. No surprises that I'm seeing here. Luke Garza, Kent Meridian, Hollander Lynch. Everything's looking the way it's supposed to so far. Let's go down here to the bottom. Jaden Martinez, Dog from Hermiston, getting an early fall there in the first round in his first match. Looks like we got some action going on probably right now. Ashton Myers and Wyatt Riskin. Let's see. I think that the potential matchup in the finals there, Jaden Martinez and Willie Ross, could really, really be a fun one. Kind of like an underrated matchup. Not a lot of people know the Hermiston guys very well, or maybe you do, but we followed them at Edmonds Invite, and then Matt got to watch them win the dual state title a couple weekends ago, and that room is just filled with talent. Jaden Martinez, if I remember right, early in the season, he really had a good close match with Owen Marshall. Like had Owen Marshall on his back at the Edmonds Invite, and I think he scored like 15 or 16 points on him, which is, he ended up losing the match. I think he got pinned in the third round, but it was close. And so that can tell you that Jaden Martinez can beat anybody on any given day, especially when you're going up against Owen Marshall. So I think Willie's going to have his hands full if he gets to the finals and sees Jaden Martinez. But I'd love to see Willie get back on top of the podium, man. He's good for the sport. He has a lot of personality, a really big personality, and I love that. I think it's really fun to watch. So rooting for Willie, but Jaden Martinez is a great wrestler as well. We'll see how that one plays out. Lumo, I agree that it's an underrated matchup. Also, Garza Lynch versus Ross. Hollander Lynch. I know him pretty well because he's in our area, up in the Snohomish County area. Wrestled at Ascend, where my brother coaches, and has a really good background, good freestyle Greco background. Hasn't really probably performed up to the level that I think he should have so far in his high school career. But that doesn't mean that he can't pull off some really good wins here at the tournament. And Luke Garza is still young. Luke Garza is an amazing wrestler, comes from a good wrestling family, good wrestling team. But that would be a really fun quarterfinals match for sure. I don't know if they've seen each other this year. But yeah, this is shaping out to be a pretty deep bracket, underrated bracket for sure. What else? What else, guys? I'm kind of just flying by the seat of my pants up here. having fun watching wrestling. Excited to get some binoculars and excited to interview some wrestlers too. What I'm planning to do is just kind of let this tournament go a little bit. You know, we really want to be boots on the ground and talking to as many people as we can, but you know, we don't want to be too much of a distraction either. You know, just letting things kind of shape itself a little bit before we do too much. But we got Marquise down there grabbing some video for you guys, and then Spencer will be here later today as well, and we'll try and get you guys some highlights and some clips and stuff like that for you guys to enjoy. And then I think I'm going to wrap up the day as well with some with the team scores. Get some graphics up for you guys since we don't have the big boards here anymore. Let's go back to those team scores one more time. Why not? Vina win from Hazen. Got to meet her last night. That was super fun. She's a really cool person and a very, very good wrestler. Team scores. I'm going to go to the 4A boys just because I know this. I know them better than anybody. But, yeah, Tacoma, look at this lead that they have here to start. That's really, really, really good for them. I think the way that Gonzaga Prep might be able to pull it off is if they get state champs. It's going to be a little bit harder for them now because Carver Peasley is down at 106. And now I was told by Coach Owen that two wrestlers, I think, missed weight, one being Kil Campos from Sunnyside, who was the number 2 seed at 106 this morning, bumped Myro Parkoffin to the other side of the bracket as Peasley. So that helps Gonzaga Prep a lot because if you get both of them in the finals, then you get more of those advancement points. But only one of them can be a state champ, and that is more team points for you. So, you know, I don't know how. Obviously, the goal is to win state individually, and you want to win state as a team. But Carver probably felt, and their coaches felt, that he was best at 106, and that's where it is. So one of those two, I believe, will win state, which would be really good for them. That's what Gonzaga Prep needs. They need state champions. They need people placing high in order to get over Tacoma, because Tacoma just has so many wrestlers. So it's already showing here that Tacoma is doing what they're supposed to be doing in terms of their depth. Now, can Gonzaga Prep, Sumner, or Meade bridge that gap by getting wrestlers advanced and moving on? That's really how you make your money here. So, I mean, we've seen teams like Skyview comes to mind. Skyview in the past couple years when they had the DeRoches brothers and their 75-pounder, I'm blanking on his name, JJ Schoenlein. They made their way in the top 4 with, like, you know, 3 really good wrestlers, and the rest were kind of just there, you know. So you can make your way. I see Maisie Elliott walking down there. I want to watch her match. Looks like we're getting into 4A girls round 2. You see her warming up, so I really want to watch that one. Maybe I'll give you guys like a play-by-play. We're not allowed to video any of the wrestling while it's going on here. We don't have the rights to it, so we're trying to play nice. And but we do get to do our interviews. We do get to do this, what we're doing right now. I see Danica Torres getting warmed up down there for Sunnyside as well. But yeah, we'll do as much as we can while we're here, and just happy to be here. Happy to be covering it for you guys. What else have we got here? Anything good to say about Cedar Woolley? Are you talking about the boys or the girls? Matt's the 3A guy. I'm sure he's got lots of good stuff to say about Cedar Woolley. I know Brady Mass is a friend of the network. Matt's pretty close with Coach Mass there with the boys. Let's see how they're doing. I know the girls are really tough. Top 5 team, most likely. Cedro, where are you at? Oh, Matt's team's dropping. Matt's Everett boys went from 10 to 17 pretty quick. Like, look how close these scores are. It's so early still. Cedro's in 20th right now, but they have 19 points. You know, a couple wins have put them up close to the top 10. So it's all about advancing. Well, Hermiston, yeah, that's a huge gap there as well. 3A, let's go 3A girls. If you're asking about 3A girls, Cedro in 3rd. Weber in 2nd. Oh, Carver, that's kind of a surprise. I don't remember them being in the I think has been ranked in the top 3 all season. But the Cedro girls, they kind of remind me of like a Tacoma squad where they just have so much depth and really good wrestlers. Looks like I'm watching Maisie Elliott come out here. This is the first time I actually got to watch her wrestle in person. Had her on the podcast in the summer after she won a world championship, which is crazy. Interesting to see how she has struggled a little bit. I wouldn't say struggled, but just, had some losses that we were a little surprised with, I suppose. Maybe we shouldn't be surprised. Elise Albesso has got her, I think, 2 or 3 times this year. And so she's not undefeated, but she's wrestling right now against the gal from Battleground. This is a beautiful slide by that she just hit. And I think if it all plays out, Maisie's going to be in the finals with Elise Albesso. Let's take a look at that bracket. I don't know if they're on the other sides of each other. I hope they are. Girls 4A 100. It's loading. Yeah, Elise Albesso ranked number 1, and Maisie ranked 2. So they got that right. That reflects our rankings. The big surprise was that Vina Wynn went up to 105 pounds here. So looks like Maisie's got her on her back. She's going to get a fall here over a gal from Battleground, Macomb, making quick work of her. And the girl's doing a good job bridging. Maisie's getting heavy right here. Marquise is right there, right in front of her, too. That's cool. She's still trying to get that fall. Now she's trying to go into like a Saturday Night Ride. There it is. Call it, ref. Come on, ref. There you go. She's flat. So Maisie moves on. No surprise there, but yeah, excited to see that potential finals matchup with Maisie Elliott and Elise Albesso. But yeah, I have good things to say about Cedro. I got no skin in the game here. Our team rankings are a calculation. They're not biased or anything like that, and we do the best we can. So we'll see how it all plays out. It looks like the girls are off to a good start there in Cedro. Is River Ridge North Thurston wrestling? Are you talking about like a specific matchup, or I mean, both the teams are here. I know that. Yes, they are wrestling. What do we got here, Lumo? Do you think you guys will do? I do think you guys do interviews really well. Appreciate that. It gets better with time and practice and all that. We just enjoy, honestly, just talking to people and hearing different perspectives on wrestling or coaching, all that good stuff. And it's also really fun to do it at the tournament. When you get people who are just get done wrestling. Our finals interviews from last year, gosh, those were just so fun. All the joy that people have, after they win a state title, talking to them, just getting the raw emotion after the finals. So we'll really be pushing that hard. Oh, there's my guy, Jaden Yoon over there from Kamiak. Hard to see the score. I coached at Kamiak for a little bit, and they brought a few boys to state here this year, so that one's near and dear to my heart. Appreciate the comment, Lumo. That's awesome, man. What are your thoughts about 4A 150? Yeah, thank you, Lumo. You're keeping me busy here. I appreciate that. Let's go to 4A 150, Lumo. I mean, the first thing that you see there is Izzy Acosta, and to me, he is untouchable. He's got Tom Boltzuk next from Tacoma. Those Tacoma guys can. Dude, that's crazy. He beat Nolan Lofstead in the first round. So Izzy should win his next match against Tom. But Boltzuk, that's an upset in our rankings, I believe. And that's actually a huge implication on the team score. If you think about it, Tacoma and Meade, that's a big win for Tacoma. All those matchups that happen in between those top teams are so crucial to the team scores. A win like that is a big boost for Tacoma, even though it's a first round match and, Boltzuk isn't ranked in the top 8, but that's a big win for his team. Trenton Vasquez, transfer from Moses Lake to Chihuahua. He's a great wrestler. Cameron Dobson from Richland's having a good season. Yeah, this is a deep one, Lumo. I'm seeing this now. This is going to be a good one. I'm excited about this here. Joe Ethan Tristan and Chazen Convedo, I believe, are both ranked in the top 10, and they're meeting in the round of 16. That's a huge match. Joethan Tristan beat Dayton Fitzgibbon at Dual State. So that, and Dayton Fitzgibbon beat Dakota Anderson this year, who's having a wonderful season. You saw Waylon Hoyt flying up the ranks. Yeah, Waylon Hoyt beat Joethan Tristan at Dual State. So it's like they're all kind of right there. Waylon Hoyt, freshman from South Kitsap, seeded 4th in the tournament. And he's got Joey Rush in his quarter. This is a good one, man. This is a really, really deep bracket. You're right. Gavin Wells, the path looks pretty clean for him to get to the semis. Looks pretty clean to be getting to the finals as well. I know Waylon Hoyt and Joey Rush are both tough. It would probably be one of them facing off against Gavin Wells there in the semis. But anything can happen. It's the T-Dome, baby. This matchup here is just crazy. I'm glad that you brought this up, that Tom Boltzuk beat Nolan Lofsted. Yeah, this is a good one as well. Let's see if I can see any more action going on down here. Who do I got in front of me? Looks like I've got a lot of 4A girls lightweights going here. And yeah, man, I think what I'll do is, like I said, we'll just have fun with this and just give you guys some updates throughout the day. Obviously, you guys are following on track and flow and all that, but it's fun to just chat it up with you guys and see what you guys' opinions are on all this stuff, and keep us tuned in. It's hard to catch everything, all the upsets and stuff that are going on, and breaking news and all that kind of stuff. We'll try to get to everything that we can, but I'll sign off for now, and we'll give you guys another update here later on, and hopefully we can go grab some wrestlers. I think that's the other plan, is to grab some wrestlers to come up here. Oh, I got one more comment here. Thoughts on 4A 138. Let's check it out. Who would have thought even now would be the number 1 overall seed coming into the state tournament this year? But a win against Kasich Lundquist, Tri-State helps, obviously. That gets him seeding points for sure. Austin Shield, just him and Ryder are probably the 2 toughest freshmen in the state. Austin Shield beating Tavar Lee earlier this year. You'd think he's got a title coming his way, but even now, just having a wonderful season, really, really high level wins. Cannon Meager shot his way up the ranks too from Kamaikan. That Cannon Meager even now matchup is going to be a good one. I got to get down there and watch some of these. We had Althea Alwadi on the podcast last night. He's facing off against Jackson T, who beat Brennan Williams earlier this year. Jackson McAtee has not placed at state, but has incredible wins this season. Crazy to see where he's seated. I think that not placing at state is a big one in terms of the criteria and their seating, and so that's why he's right here at, what is it, probably like 8 or 9 in the bracket. That'll be a fun one, McAtee and Alwadi. Michael Baxter fell at districts to his teammate Althea Alwadi, so he's down here in the quarter with Austin Shield. That one should be awesome. Let's see what we got here. We'll try and get reconnected here. Lumo says Alwadi had a super close match prior to his pin. Yeah, he's kind of a conservative wrestler a little bit, and so yeah, he hit a kid from Union there, and looks like he got a fall with 3 seconds left. So he was down like 2-1, says Lumo, in the 3rd period. Wow. Well, he got it done. A win's a win. You move on, but now you got to face Jackson McAtee. The path is not going to be easy for Mr. Alwadi. Right on, guys. I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to start walking around, watching some wrestling, and get connected with my team and see if we can get some people up here for some interviews. And yeah, we'll see you guys real soon. Peace.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.